Now, I know I said I was wanting to do any more videos, but this is a quick one. And the reason I'm doing it is because, remember the webbot said last weekend should be some extremely important news. Everyone's going to, you know, just massive anticipation of the markets when they open, what's going to happen. And I thought about it then and said, man, it's a week away from the Legatus meeting. I explained all this earlier. Reinhardt nailed that in 2008. A Legatus meeting from known as the Pilgrimage, and it took place in Rome. They don't always take place in Rome. When they do, according to Reinhardt, they're pulling the trigger, so to speak, on the market. It will collapse. So I find it very interesting that although the webbot mentioned, hey, last weekend, that was the time frame, it's really looking like it's this weekend, big time. And again, as I mentioned, this French Sarkozy, whatever, ran over to Germany as fast as he could, left his newborn baby girl behind, just rushed off. And I guess I'm going to take a stab at what I think is going to happen here. There won't be any agreement. Germany might say we're out. Let me just read this. And then, of course, if that happens, oh my God, the euro's done. That such and such member state, whatever, just left or is going to leave. Oh my God. You know, wait till next week. See the markets. Now, I recognize the 24th is Monday coming up. 23rd is the end of the Legatus meeting, the Roman pilgrimage. But some people claim the end of the Mayan calendar is October 28th, 2011. I'm one of the ones that still stand by that not being true. I still think it is December 21st, 2012. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world one way or the other. But the Incans, or was it the Aztecs? I think it was the Incans, definitely had theirs system ending on October 28th, 2011. But it was like the only civilization that did. The rest of them were on the same page as 2012. And you know the elite with their occultism, they love that kind of stuff. It would not surprise me to see Monday, even with whatever happens over the weekend, well, give us a couple days, give us a couple days. And long story short, Friday, the 28th, I believe, 24th, 25th, 26th, 28th is Friday, October 28th, end of the Incan calendar, whatever. Hugely occult to, you know, these people for sure. Massive meaning. So it wouldn't surprise me to see just destruction of the markets on Friday. Or maybe a terrible week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, just all-out brutality. I don't know. I just want to throw that out there. I want to read you this. Italian bond yields. Italy, right? Remember, that's one of the countries I mentioned. Italy, Spain, Portugal, etc. Italian, remember, let me stop myself again. There's that certain percentage. It's usually between 6 and 7%. When it hits that number, it usually means good night. Your economy's done. Don't try anything. It doesn't matter. It's too late. When the bond yields hit that percentage. Now, Italian bond yields reach point of no return. Headline. The Telegraph from the UK. As the UK discovered to its cost during its ill-fated membership of the ERM, it is tough to impossible to be in any form of currency union with Germany. Fortunately for Britain, it found out early. Other members of the European Union were not so lucky. In they rushed only now to pay the price. Having lashed themselves to the bow of the German supertanker, so to speak, they find themselves not just bereft of the natural mechanisms for adjustment in competitiveness and debt, but with their fate in weathering the storm entirely in Germany's hands. Judging by developments over the past few days, Germany does not appear inclined to indulge them. With the self-imposed deadline of this weekend's EU summit approaching at speed, old Nicolas Sarkozy, the French president, has played the same card as he did last year when he threatened to leave the euro unless the Germans agreed to French plans to rescue Greece. I got an idea that Miss Merkel has decided, I'll play that game. I did it last year. I agreed so far. We need way more money than we thought. This is enough. We've had enough. We're not going to do it. And then, oh, by the way, see those shiny things over there? Yeah, what's that? Those are our new Deutschmark printing presses. Whatever. Have a nice day. You know, it could go down like that. Who knows? Judging by the developments over the past few days, Germany does not appear inclined to indulge them this time. With the self-imposed deadline of this weekend's EU summit approaching its speed, Nicolas Sarkozy, the French president, has played the same card as he did last year. Right? This time around, he missed the birth of his own daughter in flying to Frankfurt to read the riot act to an intransigent Angela Merkel. Or intransigent Angela Merkel. Whether the latest display of histrionics can achieve the same result remains to be seen, but the markets have already made up their minds. With the Bundestag spitting tax, the Chancellor has been forced to call for more time to hammer out something credible. Although I don't know if she has enough time for that. Whatever is eventually announced, it seems most unlikely to meet expectations. In the meantime, events are again moving beyond the power of policymakers to determine outcomes. Italian bond yields, back at 6%, are a deeply ominous sign that the Eurozone's third largest economy, Italy, is reaching the point of no return, where the markets essentially become too expensive for funding. The now almost certain prospect of a double dip in Europe. I love these words, double dip recession. It's a double dip. Can I have ice cream? I want to get a double dip of vanilla with some sprinkles. Double dip that for me. That's when you can use the word double dip. You know what I mean? Chocolate, little stuff, you know, melted chocolate on it. Yeah, double dip that, please. Okay. That's a double dip, bozos. You stupid idiots on these news, mainstream media. Little thing in their ear just reading crap like a zombie. They don't know what it is. They just read it and pretend like there's some knowledgeable guy. And we watch them on Fox News, and cameras always following their face around, you know. And, yeah, we've got so-and-so, you know. We're going to talk to them. We're like, shut up, idiots. Now the now almost certain prospect of a double dip in Europe has made the debt dynamics of these bigger economies look much more challenging. There is now virtually no prospect of Italy and France meeting their deficit reduction targets. Further austerity would only make the economic squeeze still worse. Even for the larger countries, such as Spain and Italy, a crisis which has hitherto been seen as largely one of absent market liquidity is fast turning one of solvency. It is becoming a solvency issue. And as we all know, the whole fractional system, reserve lending, whatever, everything, fractional everything, from day one is insolvent due to the very nature of how it works. The only way this can end happily for the Eurozone is for Germany to engage in massive demand stimulus. Regrettably, the chances of this happening are about zero. That's what he said here. 131 comments. And it looks like the same kind of comments you would expect in this is again the Telegraph UK. Most of these comments are people from that area, obviously the United Kingdom. And it's funny to see, they're using all their leaders' names and this and that. It's the same thing. I'm seeing the same kind of comments as I would in America right now. Or as I did see when we passed TARP and QE2 and QE1 and all this garbage. So the bottom line is, as I said earlier, it's this weekend that's the most important. It's apparently clear as day to me now. Not now. I mean, it's been because nothing has changed. The Legatus meeting was already put out there long in advance. It's going to be this weekend, weekend, whatever. So, anyways, gotta run. Wife's calling. That's all I wanted to say anyways.